Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be doing my 2020 F1 season predictions. Let me know in the comments if you disagree with any. You probably will, just my opinion. Let's get into it. First, I'm going to be doing the most improved driver, so the most positions I've gained in the Drivers' Championship. I think Sebastian Vettel. I think he's going to be great. I think Aston Martin are going to be very fast this year. Obviously, his first time with a Mercedes engine in the back of the car. And he didn't do that well last year, so definitely. Biggest flop. Now, for this one, I'm talking, could have a high expectation, and they're not going to deliver. Might be to do with the car, might be to do with the driver, but I'm going to go with Mick Schumacher. I don't think Haas are going to have a good car this season. I think a lot of people are hyping him up, think that he's going to do well, but he'll beat his teammate, but I don't think he'll beat many others, and I don't think he's going to stand out at all. And the team with the biggest flop, this is overall the performance. I'm going to go for Alpine. I think people love the livery, great livery. People think Alonso's coming back, he's going to do well. I rebranded a team, new management, but I can't see him doing any better than Renault did last year, to be honest. Next, the most safety cars in a race. So for this is the most times of safety cars deployed in one race. So I'm going to go for Netherlands, Zandvoort. First time F1's going there. Hopefully they do go there, but this isn't going to look good. First time, quite narrow. I think there's going to be quite a few mistakes. So that's what I think. Now the least finishes in a race. I'm going for Imola, 12 finishes. Second race of the season, unreliability, there'll be some unreliability still, some issues. And also, I think there'll be a few incidents as well. I think we saw some last year, and I think it'll be repeated again this year. So now, I've messed that up. How many race? I think there'll be 18 races in 2021. Ignore the pictures and that. I think there'll be 18 races in 2021 because obviously what's going on at the moment. I think a few of the street races will have to be cancelled. So I can't see more than 18 happening, to be honest. Now, who will leave or retire? I reckon this has got to be the last season for Kimi. He's very old, isn't he? I don't think he'll do that well. Same for, I think Giovinazzi's going to leave as well. I think Alfa Romeo and a complete new restart. And obviously, I think Isla and Schwartz and both Ferrari Junior Academy drivers, I think they'll come in. And then lastly, Sergio Perez. He's got a 1-year contract. I think they do want to put Albon back in. I think he'll have quite a good season, but I think this will be his last season in F1. Now who's going to all the drivers that are going to get a podium? So obviously Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen, Red Bull. I think the cars, they're obviously going to get a podium. I think Vettel and Stroll are both going to get on the podium. I think Aston Martin going to have a great car this year. And yeah, they should definitely get on the podium. Ricciardo and Norris, both McLaren drivers. McLaren look really fast in pre-season testing. They're definitely going to both get podiums, in my opinion. Lastly, Leclerc. I think the Ferrari doesn't look too quick, but it doesn't look bad either. So those are all the drivers. I don't think Sainz is going to get one. I don't think he's going to adapt to the car very well initially. I think he's going to struggle, especially at the start. So unless there's some sort of crazy race, I can't see him getting on the podium. So now we're going to do my Constructors' Championship predictions. So 10th, Haas. I don't think they're going to... They don't look like they've got a good car from testing. They've got 2 rookies. They're not even going to develop the car. They don't know how to set up a Formula 1 car. They've got no experience in the team. So it's all pointing to Haas. Next, Williams. I think they'll do better than last season. They'll get a point, I think. I don't think Haas will get any points. So that's why I think Williams are going to finish 9th. Now 8th, Alfa Romeo. They weren't too great last season. I think they finished 8th as well then. And I think they're going to do worse, but still finish 8th. I think the rest of the competition's improved, and Alfa Romeo haven't. 7th, Alpine. I said they'd be the biggest flop, and that's what's going to happen, in my opinion. Alonso, good driver. Obviously, I didn't think he's going to get a podium from earlier. I don't think the car's going to be that quick. And I'll be honest, I don't really rate Ocon very highly, especially at the moment. got beat by Ricardo quite convincingly over the last 2 seasons, so that's why I'm going to go 7th for Alpine. 6th AlphaTauri. I think Tsunoda's very quick, and we all saw Gasly very quick last year. He won a race. I don't think they're going to be winning this year, obviously, otherwise I would have put them on the podium list. But yeah, I think they'll be quicker than last year. Now 5th Ferrari. I don't think they're going to be back in the top 3. I think they'll be just below the top 4 of Mercedes, Red Bull, McLaren, and Aston Martin. Pick up the pieces. As I said, Leclerc will get some podiums this season. I don't think Sainz will. I don't think he'll drag them down to 5th. 4th Aston Martin. I think there'll be a gap between McLaren, Mercedes, and Red Bull, and then just below them, I think Aston Martin will be, I think, pretty similar to last season, really. But I don't think they'll win a race. 3rd McLaren. I think they've slightly bridged the gap to the top 2 this season, but they're not going. I don't think they'll break into the top 2. I don't think they'll win. I've seen a lot of people saying that they'll win a race. I don't think they'll win a race this season, but lots of podiums, especially Ricciardo. I think is a great driver and can really lead the team well. 2nd Red Bull. I think it'll be close between them and Mercedes. I think last season for Honda, they obviously want to go out on a high. I think 2nd is the best they can do. I don't think the Honda engine is gonna. I might be wrong, but I don't think they're gonna put everything into it in the last season. And Perez and Verstappen, they got history of colliding with teammates, and I think that could happen once or twice. But I think it'll be very close at the top, and obviously Mercedes, what is it, 8 in a row? I think they'll get 8. Yeah, 8 in a row. I think they'll get 8 championships in a row. That's crazy even saying that. 8 in a row. I don't think they'll be as dominant as they were last season, but I think they've been sandbagging in pre-season testing, and I think they should win the championship. So they're going to the drivers. 19th, Nicholas Latifi. I'm not sure if he'll score any points. I think he'll be a slightly better match for Russell this season compared to last season, but I don't think he'll challenge him too much. 18th, Mick Schumacher. I don't think they'll get a point. I've put him ahead of Latifi because I think when there are incidents at the front, I think he'll be able to be there to pick up the pieces. Maybe a 12th, 11th finish, but I don't think he'll get any higher than that. 17th, Russell. I think he'll get some points finishes definitely, but only 9th, 10th, maybe once or twice. I can't see him challenging consistently for the top 10, and that's why he's only 17th. 16th, Raikkonen. I think he's a bit too old for Formula 1. I don't know if that's bad to say that, but he doesn't look as quick as he used to be, and yeah, he's just too old. I might be proven wrong. I don't think Alfa Romeo can be very fast, and that's what I think. Giovinazzi, I think he's just going to beat Raikkonen just because of his youth, his athleticism, and yeah, I think Raikkonen's definitely going to retire this season. And Giovinazzi's partly because Giovinazzi's going to beat him, not convincingly, but I don't think they're going to score very many points anyway. But I think Giovinazzi will just edge it in that. It'll be close. Then Yuki Tsunoda, AlphaTauri, obviously is quite inexperienced, first ever F1 driver, born after 2000. Well, in 2000, I always get that mixed up. But yeah, inexperienced. He's very fast, but he's proved that last season, and then in pre-season testing, although you can't really look into that too much. But yeah, Yuki Tsunoda 14th. I think he'll be happy with that. I don't think he's going to be a match for Gasly in his first season, but I think he can definitely challenge for top 10 consistently, not every week, but a lot of the time. 13th, Ocon. I don't think Alpine are going to be very fast. I don't think he's going to be very fast. I don't rate him too much. But yeah, he can finish top 10 most races. Well, some races. I think he'll struggle to get into Q3 a lot of the time. I just don't rate him very highly, to be honest. 12th, Carlos Sainz. I think he'll get a lot of good finishes and towards the end of the season, but I think it'll take him a while to adapt to the Ferrari. Obviously, had a very stable McLaren last season. The Ferrari looked very unstable, especially at the hands of Sebastian Vettel. And yeah, I can't see Sainz getting top 10 in the constructors or challenging Leclerc at all this season. I think he'll struggle to get out into Q3 as well most of the time. But I think he'll get slightly better towards the end of the season. Not a podium, obviously, as I said earlier, but I think he'll do better towards the end. 11th, Alonso. He's still very fast. He's showed that in the various tests he's done since he was announced to be the Alpine driver this season. He's very fast. Is he going to be as fast as he once was? No. He's going to beat Ocon. Yeah, I do believe so. I think he'll beat Ocon. I can't see Ocon doing very well, as I've said. Alonso, slightly better. He'll be pushing for the good results. Whenever there's a chance for a good result, he'll be the one there, and that's why I put him 11th. 10th, Pierre Gasly. He had a great season last year. I don't think he's going to have another good season this year. He's not going to win, but I think he's going to push the team forward. Obviously, it looks like they've got a better car this season, so I think he's going to keep pushing them forward, and they're going to do very well this season. 9th, Stroll, Aston Martin. I think they'll have a quick car. I don't think he'll beat Vettel, but he showed with his pole position last season that in Turkey that he's very good, and I think that'll give him confidence, especially at the end of last year. He started to up his performances a bit. I think that'll give him confidence this season, and obviously with an experienced teammate like Vettel, he can learn a lot. But I don't think he'll beat Vettel, but he'll do well in the Aston Martin. It's going to be very quick this season. Charles Leclerc, I think he'll drag the Ferrari. I don't think it's going to be a quick car, but I think he'll drag it up the field, and that's why I put him in 8th. Not much more to be said, really. He'll get some podiums, but it's not going to be a quick car. That's not an indication of how high I rate Leclerc's more the car. 7th, Vettel, finishing ahead of Leclerc in my predictions. I think he's going to do very well, especially compared to his teammate. I think it'll take him about 3 or 4 races to settle in, but as soon as he has, I think he'll be right on the pace. It looks a lot more stable than the car he was driving last season, and obviously it looks like he needs a stable car to be fast, but it's proved that when he gets one, he is very fast, and that's why I put him 7th. 6th, Norris. I think McLaren's going to be very rapid, especially with that Mercedes engine in the back. I don't think he's going to beat his teammate, but McLaren's going to be very fast, and he showed last year he could get a podium in Austria. That was a great drive for him. I think we should expect to see more of that this season. 5th, Bottas, Mercedes. It's going to be close with the top 5, but I think Bottas is just going to... I think he'll be announced he's leaving at the end of the season. Leaving Mercedes, not leaving Formula 1. And I think after that his performance is going to slightly decline. Yeah, he'll win some races, not too many. And that's why I put him 5th. I don't think the Mercedes is going to be as dominant either. It was a toss-up between them and Red Bull for those constructors as well, but I went for Mercedes. They've got the experience of winning it in the last few years. 4th, Ricciardo. I rate Daniel Ricciardo so highly. Such a great driver. So yeah, I've put Daniel Ricciardo in 4th. I don't think he's going to win, but he'll get a lot of podiums consistently. And I think he'll qualify very high up. I think, especially Monza, I think if he's going to win somewhere, it'll be Monza. We saw a crazy race there last season, and I think this season, that's one sort of outside the box prediction. If Daniel Ricciardo wins a race, it'll be Monza. 3rd, Perez. Red Bull, they look very fast in pre-season testing. I do believe that Mercedes are sandbagging, and that's why I've not put them as a 1-2 in the championship. But Perez, I think it'll be slightly below Verstappen, not as far off as Albon, obviously. I think he'll push him, beat him in some races, but I think most of the time we're just behind him. Verstappen 2nd in the championship. I think it'll be close. I think it'll probably go down to the last race between him and Hamilton, but I think Hamilton's experience, consistency, and also his tyre management will just leave him ahead and use Hamilton to win the championship. He's got obviously more experience. He's won a lot of championships as of Mercedes. I think that partnership is just going to, bring them to a slightly higher level than what Red Bull were able to do with Max this season. So yeah, there's my predictions. Let me know in the comments what you do. Subscribe, and I'll see you later.